Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be making this beautiful flared dress that you're seeing on the screen right now. We actually made this dress for one of our clients in the UK, and somebody else requested for it, so we'll be replicating it today. If this is what you would like to watch, please stick to the end of this video. Thank you to all my returning subscribers. I love you guys. And if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment on this video. Thank you. Let's get started. Okay, so I have 3 yards of this African print and it's folded into two. Can you see this? Folded into two. Okay, so for us to form our flare, okay, I'm going to pick the side that is open and take it this way. Just watch me. I will just lift it up and take it towards the part that is folded. Can you see what I just did? Okay, this is just it, right? So you make sure they align very well. Okay, all right. So like I said, it's 3 yards of fabric, and I first of all make sure I folded it into 2 equal parts, okay, before I will start taking my measurement. Okay, so I'm trying to open it up and make sure it's well straightened, right? Okay, so now I will come and look for where I can get my shoulder measurement. Okay, my shoulder measurement is 18 divided by 2, which is 9, right? So I'm trying to say at what point can I get 9. So at this point I will just rule here. So this will be my shoulder line. Okay, this dress is very simple. This will be my shoulder line, right? So, and here is 3.5 inch for the neck width of the dress we are making. Okay, like I said, this is 9 inches, okay, for the shoulder, right? So I will take our arm lengths. Okay, I'll be working with either 8.5. Okay, the arm length I'm taking is 8.5. Okay, now so the next thing I'll do is to rule a straight line on that axis. Okay, you rule a straight line for your armhole. Okay, so that part will be for our armhole. So now I've already taken 3.5 inches for the width of the neckline. Okay, now this is shoulder slope 1 inch, so I'm going to connect this 1 inch shoulder slope straight to the neckline, the width neckline 3.5. Okay, so because we have the back and the front we are cutting together, I'm going to do 1.5 inch for the back depth. Okay, 1.5 inch for the back neckline. So it's going to be 3.5 by 1.5 for the back neckline. Okay, that is what I'm covering. Okay, so this is for the back. Now the next thing we are going to be doing is, I just want to, it's a free dress, so definitely it can take anybody, just to confirm that it can still take the bust, okay, of the client. So this is the bust and about few other allowances, and okay, so this can serve, okay, just to be sure it's accommodated, but definitely to accommodate. So from the armhole, okay, can you see what this is just the armhole, and you can just take a straight line down. Okay, so now we want to confirm the length. Okay, the length we are going to be working with. Now you know that we have 2 African print combo, so you determine where you want the first one to stop. Okay, so for me I'll be working with 29 inches. Okay, 29 inches, that is what you see me marking all around. Make sure the tape is placed on the shoulder, while you take the circle, right? Make sure it is placed on the shoulder. Okay, can you see? At every point make sure it is placed on the shoulder while you take your length measurement. Okay, so now I'm going to be connecting them together after I am done taking the measurement. Can you see I'm connecting? Right? So that is the length of this particular African print. Then we are done with the upper part, right? So for here you can just cut off, right? Just cut it open. Okay, so because at the end of the day we are going to be having two pieces, the front and the back. So because we have only the neckline ruled out, so we are going to be cutting. Okay, this is the back neckline. We are going to cut it off. Okay, this is the shoulder slope. Okay, you cut through the shoulder slope, right? I just have to notch the center because I'm coming back to adjust the front neckline. So this will be our armhole area. Okay, so from here I will take the length, cutting through the length. Okay, make sure you fold and you are able to get your length before you start measuring. Make sure you get your desired length before you start measuring. Okay, and before you start cutting. So this is it. I just had to slit this open so that I will have the back and the front. Is either you cut through or you slit open. So it's either you cut through or you slit it open. So but I'm cutting through. Okay, so we are done. When you open it up, you are going to have two pieces, one for the front and one for the back. Okay, so we are going to drop one and we are going to work on one. So we are going to be working on the front. Okay, separating it now. So I want to work on the front. So don't forget we came down by 1.5 for the back neckline. Okay, so I'm going to add extra 2 inches or 1.5 to make it 3. Okay, so I'm going to connect it back to the width of the neckline. Okay, I'm going to connect it. Okay, of course the front is deeper than the back, so I'm going to cut it. Just watch the way I cut it. Everything back to the width neckline. Okay, so and there's an opening at the front. There's an opening at the front, so I'm going to measure and open it up. You can do 3 inches, you can do 3.5, 4, depending on your desired length. So I've marked my desired length and I'm going to open it up. Okay, so this is what I have for the front. Okay, so the next thing is we are going to be making facing. Okay, we're going to be making facing. So I've gone ahead to make facing for the back. You know the normal way to make your facing, and you attach your back facing. So that is the same way you are going to also cut the front facing. But this time around, instead of it to be at the back, it will now be at the front because we are using another fabric. Okay, we are making a design with it. So I'm sure you already know how to go about this. If you don't know how to go about this, please drop it in the comment section. I'm going to make a very short video and put it through on how to make this. So when you make this, you bring it to the front. Okay, I'm measuring to be sure I have my desired length. Okay, it's stopping at the under bust of my client. So can you see I've gone ahead to add my interface and I folded half inch all around. Okay, so you make sure that this is neatly done. You iron out. Make sure at every point you always iron out. Okay, so we are going to sew it all the way, just the way I am pointing. That is how we are going to sew it. Okay, but if you don't want it to shift, you can first of all use your hemming gum to bring it down. Okay, so when you are done with that, you do your shoulder to shoulder, right? You do your shoulder to shoulder. Don't forget to use your hemming gum to bring it down so that it will stick first before you sew. okay, before you sew, right? So I'm going to do all that and bring it back for us to see. Okay, so after that I'm going to sew the sides, right? So now I've gone ahead to sew down the design at the front. I've sewn the sides of our dress. Okay, I've sewn the sides of our dress. So the next thing we are going to be doing, you are going to be measuring the circumference of this dress. We are going to be measuring the circumference of this dress. You start from one point and just run it all through. Okay, you start from one point, okay, from one joining, and you measure it all through just to get the circumference of this dress. And when you're done, which I have measured, and this is what I have, okay, the length of this is 14 inches, 14.5 or so, so that by the time I will add it to the upper part, it will give me my desired length. So you also know your desired length, you go ahead and get it. So this long strip you see here, it's what I got from the circumference of this dress. Let me take that again. The circumference of this dress gave me about 60, which is the length I have for that long strip. So I'm going to be joining it all around it down, all around. Okay, another way you can go about it is, before you join the two, the front and the back, you can join the other fabric separately. Okay, you can join for the front, join for the back before you close the two sides, but I want to go this route. Okay, so I'm going to be pinning. When I'm done pinning, I'm going to sew with a 0.5 inch. Okay, 0.5 inch all the way. So I'm going to take it to my machine after I'm done pinning, and I'll bring it back when I am done. Okay, don't forget to always pin, iron at every point, right? So that your job will come out neat and good. So I've joined, can you see it? I've joined. I've also hemmed the down part of the dress. Okay, just look at it, very beautiful. Okay, don't forget, you just have to work on your sleeve. Okay, sleeve of your choice. Okay, you can also leave it open if you want to do armless. Okay, so but the next thing I'll work on is just the sleeve, and once I'm done with the sleeve, my dress is ready. Our dress is ready. It's very simple. It's something you can make in a couple of minutes if you're fast. Very beautiful. Can you see how the dress came out? The dress came out so beautiful and unique. So if this has added value to you, why not hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment on this video. Thank you for sticking to the end. See you in the next one. Bye bye.